Hi, this is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. Today we're going to talk a little bit about boils. Okay, I was asked a question but beforehand, a few months ago, I was talking to someone and they were talking to me about boils. Okay, I don't like to talk about boils, but they exist. Okay, when you have lupus, even if you don't have lupus and you get sickness inside of your body, there are things that pop up on your body. So they call them, some people call them pimples, people call them risers, some people call them boils, but they're mainly called boils because they rise up off of the skin from within. They're like a sickness within inside of your body, and they cause a pus-filled pimple, which is called a boil. Okay, now you can get them anywhere on your body. I used to get them on my stomach. Okay, you can get them on your stomach, your back, your rear end, your legs. You can get them on your arms. You can even get them up under your arms. Okay, I've had them up under my arms, and that was when I was like 22, 23 years old. Okay, a few years ago, prior to me having the tumors removed and everything, I knew that I was getting sicker and sicker because the boils started coming more and more, and they were being more pronounced than normal. So I used to get them all across the bottom half of my stomach, okay, which is where the tumors were located at. So what was happening was inside my body was experiencing, sickness and fever. And anytime my fever rose, so that means my body temperature, anytime my body temperature rose, I would produce boils all over my stomach in the area where my tumors were located at. Okay, so I used to get them on the inside of my legs too. Okay, so you can get them almost anywhere and everything, but what really got me was, your pants line around your waist and everything is where they would normally come because that part stayed covered. you know um I say pants, but you can wear pants, skirts, whatever. If you have something about around your waist and everything, you can really get boils there all the time. And that's where I mostly got a lot of my boils if they weren't lower than that. Okay. Now, the reason why is because, like I said, your body temperature goes up. So, your cornice is sick and it's trying to expend out the sickness in its body, inside of your body, by way of causing pimples or boils or something like that. Like I said, they're risers. They rise up off the skin, okay, from within, deep within. But when it comes up, it has a pus inside of it. Excuse me. Okay, and when that boil bursts, you know, that it's a sickness inside of you. Okay, you really don't want to touch it because just as it is a sickness that's inside of your body, you can literally spread a sickness. It depends on what it is. Okay. Now, with me, like I said, it was tumors within my body and everything, and they were expanding and they were causing turmoil within inside of me. So they were trying to come out the best way they could. They couldn't. So it was pushing out the sickness through my pores, which it's a blocking of the pores that causes the swelling, which causes a boil, which causes a burst after it gets to be a certain size. Now, boils can get really huge. Okay. Physician, go to physician. I had one under my arm. Let me see. Remember if I can remember which one it was. Okay, it was right up under this arm right here. I had a huge boil pop up. When I think it was like 25 when that happened. And I went to the doctor, and it was to the point where I couldn't even close my arm. Okay, so the doctor, oh, it was so painful, y'all. It was painful to move my arm. It was painful. to put clothing on. It was painful for the doctor to touch it. Okay? So just to let you know that it causes a lot of pain. Now, he stuck a needle in there to extract the pus out of there. And as it was going, the needle went in, some of it came out, and it really had this horrific smell to it. And it smelled almost like death. I don't know if you guys know what death smells like, but it's horrifying, okay? It's one of the most horrific smells that you can smell. So he extracted that, okay? And when I got into my 40s, like I said, it was a few years ago and everything, and I had to, I had boils that were popping up on my stomach and everything. I had to have those removed. Now, some of them, you can place heat over them, okay? Like a hot cloth or something like that. Sometimes they'll either come to a head and burst, or they will diminish, okay? Some of mine did, but the ones that I could not get to, or anything, everything where it just was so horrific to touch, I would go to the doctor and they would stick a needle inside and pull that pus out. Now, I don't remember exactly what color the one was, but way back yonder, but I believe that it may have been like a greenish, the one that I had here in my stomach and everything prior to me having my surgery and everything. That was definitely a darker green, yellowish greenish. That's where it turned. You could see where it was turning. It was yellow at first, and then when he's pulling, the more that he went in to pull it out and everything, the more it started turning green and everything, which is an infection in the body. Okay, so that's why the boils appear on your body. Now, if you've gotten any boils or anything like that, the best thing that I can tell you to do is go to your doctor, make sure that your doctor takes a look at it and everything, that it doesn't get any more infected than it already is, and they'll give you something to put on there to help them to go away. You do not want to burst these on your own. I see a lot of videos, and it was like pretty disgusting to see that. They showed them on the news, and I was like, why are they showing crap like that? That is just disgusting, And they're like, oh, it's no big deal, and then they're touching it. And, ew, gross, it's an infection. Wash your hands, alcohol, peroxide, all that stuff to, because you want to kill that infection. You don't want it to spread. You don't want to do anything to harm yourself, okay? Now, another thing that I found is, I'm a big tea drinker. I drink herbs. I drink, the teas and stuff like that. I drink my fruits, because you can infuse your fruits with some of these herbs and stuff like that. And, they really do help your body. Lemongrass, actually, a lemongrass tea will actually, you could drink it as a tea. You can make it as a soup. It actually helps with some of the infections in your body. I'm not sure if anybody knows about that or not, but I know because I study Chinese medicine and everything, so self-taught, y'all. And it's just like, the things that I try in different stages of my life and for different things that are happening through my life, they've seemed to help me. And the only reason why I'm telling you, because I want it to help you. Okay? So if it is something that you think that would help you and everything, you might want to try a little bit of lemongrass tea or lemongrass soup. Either way, it's really good for you. And it has just a little pungent, lemony taste, but it's good. You'll find that it will help you more than you think it will. The lemongrass comes from, Chinese and the Asian group and everything, and they really have this thing about, making sure that they take pure and untethered herbs and stuff like that to help them, and teas do help their body. And I love the Asian groups and everything. I love all groups, but it's just the techniques that they use and what they put into their bodies to help them because they're all natural. It's all natural. They're not really into, chemical medicine based healing. They're all natural, and that's what I love. Hindus, all those groups and everything. I really love that, thing because it's a better healing process for your body. You know, when you put a lot of chemicals into your body can react to those chemicals. Sometimes some of the medications that we take will cause, swelling and stuff like that inside of our bodies, and they can cause a lot of more problems than what you already have with lupus. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and maybe somebody out there needs this. Somebody, wanted to hear about this or something. I have no idea. I was just sitting and thinking about what I could talk to you guys about, and the boils seem to be a big part of what is going on today, and I'm not really sure why. Okay? They call them ulcers, they call them boils, they call them risers, they call them all different kinds of names. But I'm just telling you that that's what they are. Recalling the stories that, I went through myself, they help, and I know they do. Okay? Because there's somebody out there that's actually going through the same thing. It may not be the exact same thing that I had or anything like that, but there's something going on with you. Okay, so if you have lupus and you know somebody who has boils or has been experiencing risers, boils, or ulcers a lot and everything, they're not exactly sure what's going on, okay, refer them to this video. All right, if you yourself have been going through it, hey, this is the video for you. You might want to share this video to other people so that they'll understand what's going on with you. And try the lemongrass, okay? You can use it as a tea or you can use it as a soup. Whichever way makes you feel better, just try it, okay? They have the dried lemongrass that you can put, into your tea. In the United States, we sell them in bags and stuff like that. But in the the Asian countries and everything, and maybe some of the European countries, they might sell them as, actual herbs that you can go to the store and just, I want a pound or a couple of ounces of, and they measure it out for you and put it in a little silk case or something like that, and they give it to you and then you take it home, okay? And you put a little bit in your tea and stuff like that, and they use it raw. They don't put it in bags. They don't do anything like that. They just use it raw, okay? So, again, if you're caring for someone who has these and everything, just put a little, there is a salve that they have for it. The doctors have that. I'm not sure if they actually sell it on the off market or anything like that, but it will help, and it keeps it tender. It keeps it, keeps it from drying out, which is what you really want. You don't really want it to dry out because it starts peeling back, but that's because it is a what? An infection. Okay? Now we're at the end and everything, so I just wanted to say that, I am here for you, and I just want to make sure that you sustain, maintain, and retain your life while living with lupus. If there's anything at all that I can do for you, just feel free to send me an email at Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. If there's anything that you would like for me to talk about, send me your questions, Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine at gmail.com. I'll be happy to speak about it. Okay? The first step to coping with lupus is knowing that you are not alone. Okay? This is Debra Dixon Kinzer with Living with Lupus Online Video Magazine, helping you to sustain, maintain, and retain your life while living with lupus. Have a great evening.